It's time for another Mercs Rising War recap video, and as you can see from this one, it was a close one. Props to the Fire for doing a great job beating us on percent. Ended up being a tie on stars. So pretty good war. We had a little trouble on number 6 and a couple at the very top, but for the most part we did an exceptional job. Very proud of the Mercs Rising, and we got some good attacks to show you. So let's go ahead and start down here with number 16. Yogurt version 2 coming in here doing a hog attack. Where are his hogs? There it is, Clan Castle. And as a Town Hall 6 taking out a Town Hall 7, that's pretty awesome. Alright, so we've got the Clan Castle alert, and he does a really good job of taking it out. Even if you've got a level 5 dragon in the Clan Castle, you still deal with it the same way. You drag it out to a part of the base that is void of any defenses, and then you circle it with archers. If you want, you can drop a couple of wizards in there just to speed up the process, but without those wizards, that dragon was going to go down no problems. Alright, so he's going to drop all of his giants in here. The giants' job is to distract the defenses while the hogs move in and take out the base. So now that the giants are moving in, he's going to drop the hogs. And I love the fact that these hogs are just going to stick right here to the core of the base. Did a good job planning on that. He's going to drop a heal spell here just to make sure the hogs and giants stay up for a long period of time. And because this base is so compact, there are no places for spring traps or giant bombs inside the base. That makes this an ideal base to use hogs on. Second heal comes down, and as you can see, by dropping just 2 heals, he's able to cover almost the entire radius of this base. So that was really good. Hogs just completely annihilated everything inside this base. And it's not until here that they run over the giant bomb and takes them out. However, did a really good job on taking out all of the other defenses in this base. Plenty of other troops for cleanup. We'll go ahead and speed it up because this one is 3 stars in the books. So very good, Yogurt. Good job on the kill squad. Good job on using hogs and choosing the right army for that base. Alright, let's move up the ranks a little bit here. We'll come up to number 11. Lupus. Lupus is doing a really good dragon attack here, and what I really like about this one is where he drops his dragons to start. He's going to drop one on either camp, and after this camp goes down, you're going to look and see the amount of space between any of the other trash buildings on the outside. Now I wish this dragon had been dropped a little further to the right, but he was able to drop another dragon just to make that funnel extra wide, so that way as he drops his dragons down here, they're just going to go exactly where he wants them to go, straight into this base. Now, keeping them precisely focused on the core of the base isn't essential because the air defenses are a little wide in the core, so having them split isn't the end of the world. Now, this rage spell placement wasn't quite done correctly. It was a little too far ahead of the dragons, and that's because we weren't looking at the shadows on the ground. If you want to be able to drop a spell so that way your dragons or hog or whatever are pathing into them, you need to drop it so the radius of that spell is on their shadow or just inside their shadow. Take a look over here. We got a good example of that. He's going to drop a rage spell to try to get that dragon in there, and it just misses because the shadow is just outside the radius. If you want to place that a little bit better, pull it back a little bit so that way the shadow is inside there. But plenty of dragons. This is Town Hall 7, so 10 dragons is going to be more than a match for taking out any base. Also really like the fact that the funnel was made early. He also had the Barb King on the back side of the base that provided a little bit of cover for the dragons, and he brought that 11th dragon from his clan castle. So absolutely no way Lupus wasn't going to get a 3-star on this base. Really well planned out, and 3 stars for the good guys. Congratulations, Lupus. Awesome job there. Okay, we're also going to move ahead and look at our last video, which is against their number 4, my man Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow comes in here doing a hog attack and coming up against a net base. This is a base that I've seen online before. I've also seen it in farming. I've seen it in wars. I've seen it at tried at Town Hall 7 as a variation, and I've seen it at Town Hall 9. It's an okay base. It's rather easy to take out. One of the things you can do at Town Hall 8 is a go wee wee, or go wipe on this base. What you do is you use a quad quake spell, take out the compartment, but not open up these rings here. They'll march straight into the core of the base, take out the air defenses, and the wizards can shoot over the walls without much of a problem at all. But using hogs on this base is not a bad idea. I do love the fact that he brought the witches in here. Why? Because each of these little compartments does have some space for spring traps. There's places for giant bombs. The Teslas are well hidden in this base. So bringing in these witches for Larry's is really a good idea. Alright, so he drops his golem in there. Wish the golems and king had split and went on opposite sides, but just sometimes you can't always plan that if you drop them in at the exact same place. Alright, so what he's doing is he's making sure to take out several of these defenses first. He dropped a hog at the top just as a test, and then here come the pack of hogs. And what's fantastic about this attack, folks, is the fact that the hogs came in on the opposite side of the base from where his entrance was. You'll want to do this because if you bring them in on the same side, they're just going to take out the defenses that the golem and king are beating on, and then once they move ahead of that, they'll start being the target of the other defenses, and it's a waste of time and space. So very good job at deployment of the hogs on the backside. Again, I like the fact that he dropped one hog first as a tester, just to make sure there wasn't a spring trap or a giant bomb or a little bomb or whatever. He's clearing the way for his hogs to get in there and take it out. Wizard marched around the outside, took out the backside defense. Hogs made it through, took out the mortar, and we are home free on this one. Not a lot of troops left for cleanup, so it was a little close. However, the attack was executed very well, and ended up being another 3 stars in the books for the Mercs Rising. Alright guys, congratulations to everyone in the clan. They did a really nice job. Very proud of you. Some good things still happening in the clan, and a very close war. Props to the fire again. Also want to give a big shout out to all of our Town 8s who are moving up to Mercs Legion at this point. Mercs Rising is going to be focused on Town Hall 7 and lower now. So if you're a Town Hall 7 or lower that is interested in learning how to war at a high level, come on over and join the Mercs Rising. If you are a Town Hall 8 or higher, feel free to join our Mercs Legion. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. This is Eureka Havoc from Mercs Legion signing out, telling you guys to always clash without fear.